Welcome to Dog Star Tarot. Today I'm just going to, the full moon tomorrow is in, it's a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo tomorrow. I'm just going to read a little bit from the Moonology Diary by Yasmin Boland. What she said about this full moon. Okay, it's in Virgo. And the message here is you're good enough, okay? So if you've been doubting yourself, feeling less than confident, you know, it's time for you to, you know, remember that you can do it. You're good enough, okay? Believe in yourself. And in the Moonology Diary, Yasmin says, Virgo's energy is all about analysis, order and efficiency, which sounds good, but it also has a nitpicky side. So make sure you're not nitpicking about yourself either. You're not being too much of a perfectionist, okay? So this full moon eclipse could bring to light areas where you've been overly critical or where perfectionism has been holding you back. It's a time to release those habits and an opportunity to let go of anything that's cluttering your mind, body or spirit. Okay, there's a lot going on astrologically as well. And as always, if you want to know more about the astrology, have a look at my friend Laurie, who has a white birch tarot. I'll put a link in the description or wherever it says more. You can have a look at that. But I'm just gonna pull a couple of cards for each of the signs. Probably won't get them all done this evening, so the ones that don't get done this evening will be up on my channel tomorrow. So let's start with Aries. Okay, and I haven't even decided which deck I'm going to use. I've been working a lot with the Guardian of the Night tarot, but I'm drawn to the Light Seers, so let's have the Light Seers today. This one by Chris Ann. So what does Spirit want Aries to know? And the full moon's in your 4th house, Aries, which is about home, family, security, and the father. So what does Aries need to know? I will timestamp these, by the way. Right. I'm hoping you can see these okay. Right, so first of all, what do you need to let go of and what do you need less of? Oh, the devil. Okay, this is about addictive behaviours, manipulation. Yeah, so it can be any addiction. And this includes addiction to people, you know, the people that you need to let go of them. They've got very seductive energy. Some of you might be in a relationship, or there might be somebody whose energy is very seductive, okay? And this is about, you need to let go of this. And if you feel you're being manipulated or they're pulling the strings, time to let go of that, you know, cut those cords. Okay, Aries. He's such a gorgeous devil, though. He's my favourite in all of the decks. What do you need more of? What do you need to take for boundaries? Okay, how that goes so perfectly with that. Okay, make sure that you don't, that you draw a line. This person, whoever it is, that this, I feel for a lot of you, this is somebody, a person who's got very strong personality, very persuasive. Okay, you need to have really strong boundaries going forward. Okay, and what else does Spirit want you to know? Ooh, okay, look at that, the victory for you. So, yeah, maintain your boundaries, cut those cords, don't go back there, and look what's waiting for you. This is adulation. This is, people cheering you on. This is success. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aries. I hope this helps. Next up, we've got Taurus. Just bear with me. Okay, Taurus, I'm just making a note of the time. So the moon is in your 3rd house, which is about communication, daily activities, teaching and education. So what does Spirit want you to know? Okay, so what do you need less of, or what do you need to let go of? And you've got the 2 of Swords. Something that you're not wanting to see. You're not you're listening too much to other people's opinions, and you're not seeing the way forward clearly. There is another option open to you. This is about taking off the blindfold. And for me, this particular deck is about not being swayed by other people's opinions too much. Make sure you know what you want to do, and don't listen to the chatter, the people that are saying, yeah, do this, do it my way, do it this way. Okay, so just let go of that, take off the blindfold and look for a 3rd way. There's a 3rd way. If you're at a crossroads, there's more than one option open to you. What do you need to take forward? Emperor. Okay, Major Arcana. Yeah, it's always about strategy for me, employing strategy and logical thinking. Don't make a move until you're ready, okay? You may see the way, take off the blindfold, look for the way forward, but make sure that it's in your best interest. Don't get drawn into something because somebody else thinks it's the right way to go about it, okay? Be your own person, be strong, and don't do anything that's, that's not where you're not going to come out as a winner, okay? And what else does Spirit want you to know? Another one, maintaining boundaries. Aries had this as well, okay? So, yeah, be careful of your boundaries. Don't let other people intrude on your thoughts too much or in your decision making, okay? So you might be going it alone here as regards making a decision, okay? But yeah, strong boundaries. Don't let other people overstep the mark again. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this helps. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to Dog Star Tarot. Just doing a reading for the collective for the full moon, which is in Virgo. Moon's in your 2nd house, which is about your finances, your earning potential, your values, and kind of your basic instincts. And it says appetites here. I don't think that means food. I think it means your appetite for other stuff. Maybe it means food, I don't know. And I'm going to pull 3 cards for you. Another one, please. Okay. Right, Gemini. What do you need to leave behind, or what do you need less of? 7 of Cups. Indecision, wishful thinking, fantasy thinking. Sometimes it's about wanting too much and, recognising that you can't have everything. You might have to make a decision about and stick to it where you want to go, But this for me is a bit about illusion, okay? Don't get too caught up in something that's not all that it's cracked up to be and not all that it seems, okay? Just be careful of that. Yeah, it's about, making a decision and sticking to it, but don't get caught up in fantasy or wishful thinking. So what do you need to take forward? What do you need more of? This is trusting in your own instinct, trusting in your own abilities, trusting in your intuition, okay? That's all you need. You don't need to go outside yourself to find answers, okay? So trust in your own intuition. I love this card, it's beautiful. Okay, so trust in yourself, okay? If you're undecided about something, trust in yourself that you make the right decision. What else does Spirit want you to know? Two of Pentacles, okay. Might be a bit of a juggling act. But Spirit's saying, remember to keep things balanced, okay? Don't put all your eggs in one basket right now, okay? Just be careful that you, for some of you, I feel this might be about, you know, not doing too much, not overdoing it work-wise, having some kind of balance there. But yeah, and also, you know, figuring out this dilemma that you've got here. Make sure you've got, you know, using, you know, not just emotions, but logic when you're making a decision about which way to go. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope this helps. Okay, next up we've got Cancer. Welcome to Dog Star Tarot, Cancer. And what does Spirit want you to know? I think I'm going to take that card that's turned over. Okay. Gemini had that one, so I'm going to pop it back in. If it wants to come out, it will. It's a 7 of Cups. So that's what you need to leave behind. What you need to take forward, and anything else that Spirit wants you to know. So Hangman, okay. This is about self-sacrifice, you know, doing too much for other people at the expense of yourself, you know, whether you don't have enough time to do all the things you need to do, whether it's affecting your health. If you've been in this position, it's time to let go of that. Stop sacrificing yourself for somebody else, okay? It may also be looking at something from a different perspective. Okay, there might be a need for you to do that. But this is in the past, okay? So I think this is more about not being a martyr, not putting yourself out there, doing everything for everybody, and running on empty yourself. Okay, so what do you need to take forward? Oh, the High Priestess. Okay, your intuition's like really strong at the moment, okay? So trust in your intuition to guide you, okay? Won't steer you wrong, okay? And that's 2 major arcana, okay? And what else does Spirit want you to know? Okay, this came up for Gemini. Yeah, be careful that... Just trust your intuition. If you've got a decision to make particularly, be careful that you're not caught up in fantasy thinking or wanting too much. Perhaps you're trying to do too much. I kind of feel you are. You're trying to do too much, too many choices, too many things to think about. Okay, so stop the self-sacrifice. Stop trying to be all things to all people, okay? And trust in your intuition, okay? You will... This will help you see through, all of the illusion here. Some things are, you know, illusory. They're not actually the way you think they are. There's people with hidden agendas, and so yeah. trust your intuition, look at things from a different perspective, and stop trying to do too much. So that's what I've got for you, Cancer. I hope this helps. Hi Leo, welcome to Dogstar Tarot. The moon is in your, what house is it? 12th house. Okay, and there is a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. So, yeah, the 12th house is about your inner self, your spiritual matters, also charities, hospitals and secrets, according to Yasmin Boland. No, wasn't Yasmin Boland. I'll tell her right, from my Complete Illustrated Guide to Astrology by Janice Huntley. I'll put it in the description if anybody's interested. So let me take 3 cards for you, Leo. What does Spirit want you to know? What you need to leave behind, or what you need less of? The message from Spirit, and what you need to take forward. So first of all, what do you need to leave behind? Oh, okay, heartbreak. Well, none of us mind leaving that behind, do we? So yeah, it's in the past, so time to move on. It looks like this heart, it's been a strain. You might have been feeling pulled in all sorts of different directions, but your heart's still intact. Okay, so time to move away from this heartbreak and dark time. She looks thoroughly, I don't know, anxious, anguished, looks really like she's going to scream, but that's over. Okay, over and done with. Time to move away from that. And what are you moving towards, or what do you need more of? Oh, 8 of Cups. Okay, walking away from a situation. It might have been really painful, and I think this is a relationship. Broken heart. But you're walking away, there's a little bit of, I always feel there's a bit of regret with this card, you know, that you've still got a fire burning here, but you know that you have to walk away, okay? And yeah, let go, because look at that sunshine there. The future's brighter. Look at the just contrast in those 2 cards, you know. There's misery and heartache, and look at that. Sunshine and brightness, you know. Yeah, a little bit of sadness. What else does Spirit want you to know? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this is starting over, making a new start. And if this is a relationship, it's planting new seeds. Might be a move of house for some of you as well. A new start, or a new start financially, can be a new job. But this is definitely a new start. Okay, so leave behind the heartache. Even though it's difficult, it's going to be worth it, because the sun's going to come out there for you. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope this helps. Next up, we've got Virgo. And the moon is in your 11th house, Virgo, which rules friends, groups, and social activities. Okay. So what does Virgo need less of, or to leave behind? What other message have you got for Virgo? And what does Virgo need to take forward? I'm feeling that one. And that one. Okay. Right, Virgo. So what's in the past, or what do you need to leave behind? King of Swords. Okay. This is a guy who's very decisive, okay? Knows where he's going. He's very clear about what he wants, how he's going to get there, okay? I kind of feel that this might be a time for embracing uncertainty for you, Virgo. You know, not needing to have clarity and kind of trusting in your own inner wisdom. But let's have a look at what you need to take forward. Okay, you've got the Nine of Swords. That's anxiety and overthinking. Let's have a look at the other. Okay, the Emperor. Okay, this makes sense. I think that, you know, if you're overthinking, okay, if you're feeling anxious, you're having sleepless nights about the way to go, the answer is to be strategic, okay? Employ strategy like the Emperor, okay, who doesn't make any moves unless he's sure it's going to be to his advantage. If he's going to take an army into battle, for instance, he is not going to do that without being sure of the outcome or being reasonably sure of the outcome, okay? So if you have been overthinking, you need to employ this kind of this is not like doing anything in a hurry. You know, he's waiting for the time to be right, okay? And like I say, you know, maybe not being like in a hurry to get somewhere too quickly or for something to happen too quickly, okay? So I think this is about biding your time, just biding your time. And what else does Spirit want you to know, Virgo? Oh, okay. Five of Wands. These are battles. There's people like these, not major stuff. This isn't major stuff, but these are. I feel that people like climbing all over each other, fighting each other. Nobody's looking in the right direction. You know, the prize is here, and they're all trampling over each other. Okay, which is the exact opposite to the advice here. What you need to take forward, which is about staying calm, observing what's happening before you make a move, and not getting involved in this fracas, not getting involved in the overthinking things, okay? So, yeah, you need to be clear about where you're going, but don't be in a hurry to get there, okay? So that's what I've got for you, Virgo. I hope this helps. And next up we have Libra. The moon's in your 10th house, Libra, and that rules your ambitions, your career, fulfillment, and also the mother. So what does Spirit want you to know, Libra? What do you need to leave behind, or what's behind you? Strength. Okay. Maybe you need a little bit of support. Maybe you've been strong for too long. This is about inner strength, but perhaps you just need to lean on somebody right now. Okay. Let somebody else help. Don't be afraid to ask for it. What do you need to take forward, or what's in the future? Okay. Queen of Swords. I always think she's on a boat, but I don't think she is. It looks like a cushion actually, but it, you know, to me it looks like movement towards something. Little warning here, just to guard your heart a little bit, okay? But I think this in future you're going to need to be clear and decisive about something, and I just have a feeling that for some of you, you might be making a move, okay? And it may be a journey of some sort. I feel a lot of movement here. Like you're deep in thought about going somewhere, making a decision. And I think it's to do with, you know, perhaps just having to be careful that you don't get hurt in the process. Okay. What else does Spirit want you to know? Okay. Okay, you got two major arcana here. This is this is about not, you know, because here this is about you not kind of having to let go of being the strong one all the time, okay? But you can trust in your own judgment. However, if you need to, go and ask for advice from someone who knows the ropes. The Hierophant, sometimes it can be about like a guru or a teacher or someone well versed in, you know, a learned person, someone with wisdom. So don't be afraid, you know, that if you need a bit of support, to go and seek out someone who's more experienced in a particular field. It could be anything. But at the same time, don't be afraid of trusting in your own intuition. Okay. And it does look as though some of you might be moving. Just be careful about, you know, just a little bit of protection here. You know, don't give your heart too freely, a kind of feeling. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Libra. I hope this helps. Next up, we've got Scorpio. The moon's in your 9th house, Scorpio, which is about long distance travel, religion, philosophy, higher education. So, what does Scorpio need to know? I'm going to pull 3 cards for you. So, right, so what do you need to leave behind? 6 of Swords, okay. Well, you need to leave something behind, clearly. You need to move on. And don't look back, okay? The full moon is about letting go, you know, starting again. Starting over, leaving behind something that's no longer, it's kind of past its sell-by date, doesn't have any use for you. Or isn't working for you, okay? So don't be afraid to let go if you need to. What do you need to take forward? Wow, the Emperor. Everybody seems to be getting this today. Don't rush into anything. Be strategic about where you're going. And don't do anything unless it's in your own best interests, okay? The Emperor doesn't do anything without considering the outcome. It's like a strategy, like a game of chess. You know, if you're not going to win, you don't go into battle, okay? So just sort of sit back, watch how things pan out, put it in the hands of the universe, okay? So what else does Spirit want you to know, Scorpio? Okay. This is definitely walking away, and for some of you it's a relationship. You've got 2 cards of moving on, okay? But when you get there, when you do leave, don't make any hasty decisions, okay? Plan it, just do it strategically, okay? There is a little bit of regret here, I always think, when with the 8 of Cups, sorry. This is about letting go and just moving on, okay? Cutting ties. But I think there is a little element of regret, but don't worry about it, because look at the sun here shining for you. So that's what I've got for you, Scorpio. I hope this helps. Okay, Sagittarius, the moon is in your 8th house, okay, which is about rules, inheritance, sexuality, psychic matters, and also births and deaths. So what does Spirit want you to know, Sagittarius? Okay. Right, what do you need to leave behind, or what do you need less of? Okay, so you got the Six of Pentacles. Okay. This is a card about giving in order to receive, or what goes around comes around. It's a bit of karma. I think maybe you've been over generous with somebody, or you know, and you're not actually getting back what you put in. You're not reaping the rewards. You're not getting the benefit. So if that's the case, it is time to leave that behind. You know, stop giving so much. It might be financially. It might be you know, anything else, emotionally or whatever. But yeah, it's about, you know, you're perhaps not feeling that you're getting your just rewards. And if that's the case, yeah, leave that behind. What do you need to take forward? You've got the Moon, Major Arcana. Okay. Go with the flow. Okay, there's something you're not sure about or that's hidden from you right now. Okay, so just... Again, you know... Okay, so this is about trusting in your intuition. If you feel you're drowning or you're not sure where you should be going, I think this is just give it up to the universe, okay? And you will see your way forward, okay? But just trust in your own intuition. I'm just going to read from the book here. Stop struggling to see that which you simply can't see because it remains obscured behind shadows and the moonlight. You'll experience a deep release that will allow you to float to the surface of the truth. Okay? So this is about going within, finding comfort in the darkness, and to calmly listen to the whispers of your own intuition. Okay, so yeah, trust in your intuition. Okay, and just don't, you know, go with the flow. Just let the universe unfold the way things are it's meant to. What else does Spirit want you to know? Ace of Wands. Okay. Again, intuition, creativity. This is a lot like the High Priestess card in this deck. And you see, this is about a crown chakra. I think you're going to have a sudden insight, flash of inspiration, some clarity, you know, just so long as you trust in the divine and let things just unfold the way they're meant to. Okay. But, you know, stop with the overgiving. Okay. Time to just sort of float around until things become clear, till they're illuminated by the full moon or in the period thereafter. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope this helps. Hi Capricorn, welcome to Dog Star Tarot. The full moon is in your 7th house, which is, it rules marriage, business partnerships, and I can't read my handwriting here. Open enemies. Okay. What does Spirit want you to know, Capricorn? Let's have some cards, please, for Capricorn. Right, what does Capricorn need to leave behind? Ten of Pentacles, okay. There's stability in the material world, so maybe this is about, you know, taking a chance, maybe getting out of your comfort zone a little bit, Capricorn. You know, this is, you know, they've got like money in the bank, you know, the family, everything's like, you know, in the material world, everything's perfect. But I think this is about definitely moving out of a comfort zone, somewhere you've been too long, overstayed your welcome, maybe, in the physical environment. Might be a job, might be home, but it's yeah, something you need to let go of that you just got too comfortable with. Might be a relationship. Okay, what do you need to take forward? You've got the Two of Swords. Okay. You need to look at other options, okay? And for me, this particular deck and this card is about not listening to other people's opinions. Stop asking everybody and the auntie for advice, you know. Just, just trust in yourself that you know the answers, but you need to, you're not seeing the way forward because you're either blinded because you don't know which way to turn because you too much chatter. You know, you're asking too many people's opinions or advice from too many people instead of, just, taking off your blindfold, looking out over the horizon and figuring out for yourself that there is a different option. There aren't just two ways or, this way or that way. There's a way that you haven't seen yet, okay? So take off that metaphorical blindfold to see your way forward. And what else does Spirit want you to know? King of Wands, okay. I like this guy. He's kind of determined, creative, passionate, strong. I think he's got inner strength here, okay? And you know what? This is Spirit saying that you have got the strength to, go it alone if you have to. There's nobody else there, but he's supported here because he's strong, okay? And I really believe that, Spirit's got you back, okay? So if you have, there's if you've arrived at a stalemate, if this kind of, I just feel that you've got to move out your comfort zone, but you don't know how to do it, okay? I think just put your trust in Spirit and feel the fear and do it anyway is what I'm getting. Okay, Capricorn, that's what I've got for you. This is like big stuff, actually, but I hope this helps. Next up, we've got Aquarius. What does Spirit need Aquarius to know right now, please? And Aquarius, the moon is in your 6th house, which rules your work environment, service, given and received, and also health concerns. This is according to the Complete Illustrated Guide to Astrology by Janice Huntley. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description or wherever it says more down there. So what does Spirit want Aquarius to know right now? Okay, I'll have a look at that one as well. Seems to want to come out. So what do you need to let go of? 8 of Wands. This is usually a message coming in fast, okay? But it's in the past. So you might have had, in the really recent past, you might have had a message of just like enlightenment, something that was quite unexpected, that you'd suddenly, heard this Yeah, something quick and, you know, something unexpected, okay? But this is in the past. I have a feeling it's the very recent past for some of you, that you've had a message that's kind of, wow, just come in and change things around for you. So what do you need to take forward? You've got the devil. Okay. Now, why do you need to take the devil forward? Okay, now this is usually about obsession or manipulation. Yeah. I just wonder, you know, just for some of you, maybe only one of you, this is about something that's been on your mind for a long, long time is going to come to fruition, okay? Something that's, I can only say like being like an obsession, where this is something that's occupied your thoughts for a long, long time. I think just be careful. This very seductive energy is a beautiful devil, and I think you're going to be very tempted. But be careful that you're not being manipulated. That it's not somebody else pulling the strings here for you. It might be to do with this unexpected message. You know, that somebody, that very, very tempting offer that's come in, and I think you're going to have to leave it behind if you haven't already. So just be careful. Be careful that it's not someone manipulating you. Okay, what else does Spirit need you to know? Six of Swords, walking away from something. Okay. Okay, Aquarius, I think you're going to have a very tempting offer. Okay. Very tempting. Okay. But there's ulterior motives here. Okay. So just be careful, because this is about Spirit saying you need to move away from it. This is something that's obsessing you. You're thinking about too much. You kind of, yeah, I think it's about walking away. If you've got an offer that's too good to be true, or it looks too good to be true, it possibly is too good to be true. But what was this card that fell out as well? The Knight of Swords, okay. This guy's determined to get what he wants. I do think for some of you it might be a romantic entanglement, or, you know, that someone comes into your life suddenly, very, this person knows what he wants, okay, chasing after it, you know, going for what he wants, but it just looks so bleak, okay. So again, I think this is about a warning for some of you, not all of you, maybe only one of you, that this is just a warning to be very careful that you're not getting involved in something that's going to be very difficult to extract yourself from, because it is very seductive, very enticing. Somebody who's very determined to get what they want, but, you know, Spirit's saying there is a walking away here. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aquarius. If this, I hope this helps. Please leave me a comment, and that's what I've got for you. And last but not least, we've got Pisces. The moon's in your 5th house, Pisces, which rules creative and social outlets, children, sports, hobbies and gambling. That is according to the Complete Illustrated Guide to Astrology by Janice Huntley, which I just had a look at. So what does Spirit want Pisces to know? So one more card, please. Well, that seems to want to come out. Right, so what do you need to let go of? You need to let go of justice. Or this might be in the past. Something might have happened and the scales have tipped in your favour. Or maybe it's the need for, you know, sometimes, I mean, sadly, life isn't always fair. And, you know, I've just got a feeling that, you know, if you're expecting things to, hopefully they've turned out in your favour, but if they haven't, I think maybe you need to let go of, you know, sometimes there comes a time where you're not going to win, okay? And it might be you know, that's the time now to just let go of wanting to win and accept that, yeah, okay, it's not fair. But, you know, sometimes it does happen, sadly. But you know what? Believe in karma. What goes around comes around, and you know you will get justice, but maybe not right now when you want it. What do you need to take forward? Or the Hermit? Okay, it's taking yourself off. Taking some time out away from all the chatter and the noise and everything. Trusting in your own inner wisdom, your own intuition, okay, to guide you, because she almost looks like she's floating there. So I think it's, you know, you've got two major arcana here. This is about figuring out the way forward, despite the fact that things may have been unfair in the past. Okay. What else does Spirit want you to know? You've got the Star. Okay, 3 major arcana out of 3 cards and 78 cards in the deck. This is spiritual big jobs, okay? So, yeah. This is letting go of the need for this kind of justice. If you haven't had justice in the past, you need to go away, think about it, make a plan. But look at this. You've got the Star here. This is dream fulfillment, okay? Your dreams can come true despite the fact that this didn't seem like it, okay? And look, she's got a smile on her face there. You know, I think that, you know, if you've been looking for something for justice, balance being restored, even whether it has or it hasn't, I got a real feeling here that, you know, the Spirit's saying, yeah, it's all going to turn out okay. You just need to trust in your own judgment. You know, you maybe have to strike out on your own. Take some time out if you need to and decide where you want to go. But hold on to your dreams. Don't let your dreams escape you, okay? Hold on to them. Because this is spiritual big jobs, Pisces. Yeah, what more can I say? You know, just hold on to your dreams and go it alone if you need to, okay? And that's what I've got for you. I hope this helps.